So I don't know if you've seen, Gwyneth Paltrow has been appointed the ambassador for Xeomin, which is an injectable toxin, not Botox, but one of its competitors. And here she is saying, yes, this is helpful for getting rid of lines on the face, which is amazing. I know she's getting a lot of grief about it online, but why I think it's amazing is because most celebs will deny having treatments of any sort, particularly needle-based treatments, particularly toxin. They will say, usually in interviews, I tried Botox once, but it made me look weird, so I never did it again. And, you know, fair dues, it's their business, but it's massively unhelpful to everybody else who looks at these goddesses and wonders, how do they look so good at their age? Did they win the genetic lottery? Is it their new face cream? Is it because they're doing yoga? Is it because they're taking a new kind of green superfood supplement? Because they'll happily talk about all those things, but they won't talk about toxin injections. And anyway, so here is Gwyneth saying, yes, this is what I do, and also being the face of the brand. I mean, they'll be paying her a lot of money for it, but this is extraordinary. I can't tell you the number of people I've interviewed over the years who will say to me with a perfectly straight face, with a perfectly blank face, I tried toxin once, but it made me look weird, so I never did it again. And I can see that their forehead simply can't move. Or you see them on chat shows saying how they have a very natural lifestyle, they do a lot of deep breathing, all the rest of it. And that's what keeps them looking so fantastic, when they have very little range of motion in their brows. So, you know, I always want to take these people and line them up with a bunch of their contemporaries from school, maybe, you know, put them all in a line and see how age has treated them, because there are certain things that happen to the face with age, which happen to all of us. You know, the fat pads shrivel, the bone mass in the face decreases. That means the skin is hanging loose over the sort of shrunken frame of the face, and we look tighter and we look older and our frown lines settle in. So if you've got this line up from the class of 84 or whatever, so you go along that line and everybody seems to be showing some of the usual signs of aging, i.e. their cheeks are falling in, or they got pigmentation on their face, or they're looking a bit tired, and suddenly, whoops, there's an outlier who hasn't been affected by any of these signs. Is it just because they were super lucky, or have they been getting a bit of help? And usually the answer is they've been getting quite a lot of help. You know, I go to all these conferences in the aesthetic medicine area, well, I used to when we could all travel, and it used to be one of my favourite coffee time jokes to go up to one of the practitioners and say, hey doc, I hear you're doing so much less Botox. And they would look at me like, are you joking? What do you mean? You know this is my #1 procedure. And I'd say, yeah, but everybody I interview, they all say, I tried this, it made me look strange, I stopped doing it. So if everybody has stopped doing it, you guys must be going out of work. And then they laugh, we all laugh, because we all know this is the #1 procedure in the world, the injectable toxin. And just coming back to the point that it is extraordinary to have a celeb, particularly somebody of Gwyneth's stature, standing up there fronting a brand of injectable toxin and saying, yes, this is what I do, this is great, it can help you look good. Because of course it can, but particularly if it's done by a really good practitioner. You know, obviously the ad for Xeomin that's up online on YouTube, that lists all the potential complications you can get from a bit of brow droop to breathing problems in really extreme cases if you happen to have a pre-existing condition which it might affect. But the fact is, she's out there saying it, and I hope, you know, this will help open up the conversation around treatments, which is what I'm trying to do, as you all know. So yeah, there it is, extraordinary. I wouldn't slam her for it, you know, it's something that goes on. She's being upfront about it, and I applaud her for it.